सनी संस्कारी की तुलसी कुमारी. Hi guys, this is Farhad and welcome back to my channel Popcorn Reviews. If you're new to this channel, then you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button and like and comment on the video. Liking and commenting helps fuel the YouTube algorithm. There's a new Hindi film in town. Excellent comedy. I laughed out loud. It was like a laugh riot. Oh my god, the romance. It was none of it. I had a facial paralysis for the entire duration of the film. The film that we are going to be discussing is the new Hindi film, which is Sani Sanskari Ki Tulsi Kumari, starring Varun Dhawan, who thinks he's Govinda, and Janhvi Kapoor, who's back to being Janhvi Kapoor after Homebound. It's directed by Shashank Khaitan and produced by Dharma. And the first thing I have to say is, what was that even? Was that even a film? I mean, if there was one word that I could describe this film with, and there are many adjectives that I can use, but the one adjective that I can use the film for is pointless. I'll tell you why it is pointless. It is pointless because the title is a giveaway. The spoiler is right in the title. It's not even like a question mark, like how Kanan Gill would put it in a pretentious movie review, that Sani Sanskari ki Tulsi Kumari, like question mark. It's Sani Sanskari ki Tulsi Kumari, so you know exactly how the film is going to end. And when you know exactly how the film is going to end, why make the film? What are you even trying to do? I mean, this is what you get when you actually do a VLOOKUP on the Excel sheet, and you say, okay, let's make a film from this film, from that film, from this film, from that film, and this is the khichdi that you make. Because even the meta references are absolutely pointless. I'll give you an instance. I'll give you multiple instances. When you are introduced to the character of Sunny, aka Varun Dhawan, he's a big fan of Bahubali. It's a plot point that doesn't circle back at the end as well. You don't know why he's a fan, how did he become a fan. You will say, okay, it's logic. Why do you need logic in this film? I would say, why don't you need logic in the film? Why then are you even introducing him like a Bahubali style character at the start? Is he a part of a film group? He's not. Is he a part of some other film school? He's not. Is he a cinephile? He's definitely not. So then what is the point of this, meta reference which is there? The other meta reference. There's a Bijuria song somewhere in the remix. There is a Sridevi song somewhere that is played. And all of these plot points never really come together. It's one slog after another. And I mean one slog after another. That is what Sani Sanskari is. If I have to talk about the story and screenplay, the problem with Sani Sanskari is that it wants to be one of those 90s nostalgia films starring Govinda. The problem is that there is only one Govinda. You cannot have another Govinda here, so don't try to emulate it when you can. Varun Dhawan is not a Govinda. Even Janhvi Kapoor is not a Karishma Kapoor. What are you even trying to attempt by this sort of a brand of humor, that too in 2025? I don't know whether people are going to accept it or not, but this is kind of ridiculous now that you're taking your audiences for granted. Okay? And I don't even know what to say, what to make of this film. When one little premise is that, the character of Sunny is heartbroken, while he proposes to, his rich girlfriend. She says, I'm not ready for marriage, and her marriage is fixed with another guy called Vikram, And Vikram, as it turns out, is Janhvi's ex, so the character of Tulsi Kumari's ex. So this is like a quadrangle of sorts. What is this? And the entire story is being told in the trailer of the film. I mean, come on, there is no plot points, nothing. Even the gags that was somewhat good are in the trailer. Now, what do you want me to make of it? What do you want me to say? There is a little commentary you can say between the outsiders and the insiders. Of course, you can say Sania Malhotra and Rohit Saraf are outsiders, Janhvi and Varun are insiders of the film industry. There's a little commentary on that, but it's a dharma film. You know who's going to win anyway, right? Right? It's not about winning losing, but the plot point is just literally me soul searching on what this film could have been. There is also a little commentary that could have been on gender neutrality. There is one character that doesn't support his wife with regards to a program. There is another plot point, a commentary that could have been on a class divide. That same character that is there has a problem with the character of Tulsi Kumari marrying his brother, his younger brother, because her mother left her father in the process, and there was a huge class difference between the two. But the film just wants to be frivolous, just wants to be a comedy. There's nothing wrong in that, but the gags have to be funny, na. It can't just be so random that you're just airdropping everything with such high pitch. Oh my god, the pitch of the drama is so high that you actually feel like, oh my god, when will this end? I literally am not even joking. I had facial paralysis. I did not laugh even once in the first half. And when the humor came out, it came out at unintentional moments in the second hour. There's a safari sequence that is there, in which one day before the wedding of their exes, in which they've actually come to break the wedding, by the way, one day before the wedding, they go for a safari in Rajasthan. Now, what do I even say? There's another sequence in the same sequence. It's almost like a second sequence to that entire big sequence which is there, in which there's a random song that plays out, in which villagers just come out in colorful attires out of nowhere in a forest, synchronized. This is the dharma film, all right, but I mean, why would you contribute to the humor in this sense? There is almost like little reference to the middle class, in which a character says, oh, you are lower middle class, you earn 25,000. I am higher middle class because I earn 50,000. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an idiot that I'm watching this film. You find this funny? This brand of humor is funny, really? Oh my, come on. I mean, to be fair, some of the softer moments at least have their heart in the right place. Like the interval block, or nearing the interval, you see the character of Sunny literally coming up to Tulsi Kumari and saying, okay, just call your, father and tell him you're okay, something of that sorts. Or that, contrary to what she thinks, that her name is a little old school, he's saying there's nothing wrong in your name. Yeah, I would say this is far too simplistic, and the emotions on paper are slightly frivolous, but it is at least okay to watch on screen. But when the film actually takes you for a ride, I have to do face palming again and again and again, and it's such a predictable plot which is unnecessarily made into an Abbas Mastan kind of a romance. And I say Abbas Mastan because you are having twist after twist. The character of Ananya, which is played by Sania Malhotra, is now has feelings for Sunny, who then has feelings for Tulsi, who is now confused whether to have feelings for Sunny or to have for her ex Vikram. Even Christopher Nolan would not have thought about this. It's the predictability of the plot that is absolutely devastating. Not only devastating, it is frustrating as a viewer. I mean, what the hell was that? And when the spoiler is in the title, you need good gags. And if the gags are not good, you better not make this film. Coming to the technical aspects, the dialogues, the music and the direction, the dialogues, oh my god. The dialogues, oh my god. Frustrating. They are frustrating because the pitch of the lines are so high that any humor that you would want is absolutely fizzled out. The music and the BGM are derivatives of derivatives of derivatives. In fact, there's either a derivative song in the form of Bijuria or an unmemorable soundtrack which has nothing, and the songs just keep popping in the narrative. Absolutely keep popping in the narrative out of nowhere, and none of the songs are I none of the tunes could stick in my mind either. I mean, what the hell are you trying to do? I mean, the one thing that scores is the cinematography. The wide angle shots of the palace and of the interiors are beautiful. They add to the grandeur. But how much are you going to watch the interiors? Is there not something else that is there? All you get is good attires, some kuchiku moments, this, that. But where is the entertainment? Where is the laughter? Where is the romance? It's like one of the first rom-coms that I've seen, which is neither a romance nor a comedy. Or do I remember Param Sundari also? So it might be the second rom-com then of the year. The editing pattern is also similar. Random set pieces stuffed into the narrative. I don't know what to say. Let it be. Director Shashank Khaitan has a little better outing than his previous dud called Govinda Naam Mera, but that doesn't say much because neither the characters here impress with their antics or their emotions or anything that they do with their comedy, romance, nothing. Is it me who's asking more from the entertainment industry, or is it the entertainment industry who has lowered its standards drastically? I do not know that. I literally did not laugh at all, and it's like I don't know what to say. It's really the bar is really low for entertainment. It cannot be this low. And coming to the performances, who the best performances were? They were the brand integrations. At least the brand integrations that were there, they did not make noise. They at least had a level of subtlety when they were showcased. They were the best performances in the film. Other than that, I think everyone, apart from a handful like Manish Paul, I think, or Abhinav Sharma, they managed to impress because they got the pitch of the film right, pitch of the humor right. You should understand it as an artist what the pitch of the film is and then try to extract humor using that pitch. You don't go overboard with the humor, right? And most of the principal cast did that here. I feel that someone like a Rohit Saraf was terribly miscast, because the dialogue delivery that he did was almost fizzling out all the humor that was there in the narrative. I felt sorry for someone like a Sanya Malhotra also and her character with the way it shaped up. I didn't know what to make of her. Should I empathize with her? Should I ridicule her? I was as confused as she was in the film, and it's such a shame because she's such a good actor otherwise. And she got a raw deal here. You can make out that if you're playing a second fiddle to somebody like a Janhvi Kapoor, despite your acting chops, you know what is wrong, And that is something that I did not like here. Which brings me to Janhvi and Varun. Janhvi Kapoor is back to being Janhvi Kapoor now. I was praising her for a performance in Homebound, which was generally, heartfelt. Generally, did not have the nasal twang that was there. Here, there's nasal twang and more. Yes, her expressions are fine. We all know Janhvi can emote well with her expressions, but where is the dialogue delivery or the humor that is there or the punchline? The punchline is missed out in your mumble, in your nasal twang. And she's a Delhi girl here, really? So this is like the second miscast that that has happened in almost 2 months. First was Param Sundari, where she was playing a Keralite, a Malayali character. Here she's playing a Delhi girl. She's neither, yaar. She's neither. She's a Bombay girl. She's a Mumbai girl. Oh my God. Janhvi, what are you doing? I mean, how am I supposed to sympathize and give you benefit of doubt if you keep delivering such mediocre performances? And Varun Dhawan. Varun Dhawan is a curious case. He has shown acting chops in films like Badlapur and October, but then doesn't know where to draw the line in commercial films, in commercial popcorn entertainers. Either he goes overboard with the humor and his dancing also. By the way, Rohit overpowered him in the dancing sequences also, I would say. Despite him being a miscast there, his dancing was better than that of Varun Dhawan. Let me put that on record. Varun Dhawan wants to be a Govinda, but cannot be a Govinda. He has to bring a voice of its own, And Varun, when he chooses to act, even in this film, in the softer moments, he does score as an actor. He does score. But that is only when he wants the acting to come out. But when he is actually in that frivolous comedy mode, The tone is completely off for me, completely off and beyond for me, I would say. The humor doesn't translate on screen because the pitch is already so high and he goes overboard with that also. Now what am I supposed to say? Oh my god, if this was a meme, if this film was a meme, Sunny Sanskari was a meme, I would say, are you comedy me? Wake me up when the comedy lands, and by that I would never wake up, because the comedy just does not land at all. It's one of those ridiculous films that is so frustrating that you would feel that, if Katappa was there, he should have, just bumped off this Bahubali at the start of the film. That would have, put an end to this atrocity. Why, as an audience, do I need to go through this every week after week? I mean, I had some medical emergencies which made me miss a couple of films last week to make videos on, but I have written those reviews on my site. You can go and visit that on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S. The story of every week is the same, yeah. Every week, give me some good content. The good content doesn't work on, at the box office, and the bad ones, well, either they don't work or they are just hate watched. I don't know, it's a very funny predicament that the Hindi film industry finds itself in. Oh, you're better than this, the Hindi film industry. You're really better than this. Don't make me rant on my channel every week. I don't get any pleasure in doing that. But I have to do that. I have to do my job. I have to be the gatekeeper of quality content despite me being the only person, and I know I am a nobody cares for my views. It's okay, I still do my job. It's about telling that industry that I'm still here, and I still believe in you, but make me believe in you na. Don't make me fall out of love with you. Don't do that, and don't do that every week. Give me some respite at least. I can understand all films cannot be great, okay, but every week it should not happen, na? That means something is wrong. What should I even do? If you're wondering why I'm not laughing, I got a comment saying that your smile is bad. If it's bad, too bad. Bear with it, because the Hindi film industry doesn't want to listen. So you have to bear with my smile in this video. You'll have to bear that till the content is good. And that applies for other industries also, not only Hindi film industry. If you're liking this video, obvious to say Sunny Sanskari, not recommended by me. But if you're liking this video, remember to smash that like button, or you can alternately dislike the video also. Comment on what did you make of it. And boy, this can be a Param Sundari 2.0, the way it went. I didn't like either of the two films, and both of them fought hard for which one is worse. A detailed review of Sunny Sanskari is on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S, the link of which is in the description box below. You can follow me in different social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd and Nokio, the captions of which you'll get on my social media handles, and the detailed reviews along with the rating you'll get on my site, Popcorn Reviews with a double S. You can read it in your language as well. I want you to share this video with maximum number of people. Let's create this voice which will actually have an accountability of good content, and if there's bad content, I will have to keep doing this, and I have no pleasure in doing this. Keep criticizing, keep cribbing till some content clicks somewhere. It's just the kind of thing that I have signed up for, I guess, and all I need is you can share this video with your friends and family. Comment, like. I see many people who are not liking the video or disliking it. At least leave a reaction. It's free. You can subscribe to the channel. It's free. Commenting is free. I know your time is valuable, but it also helps a small creator like me and keeps my show running, because I have an independent portal. I earn through this. So, it keeps my voice intact, and my motivation intact. So keep doing that, I would request you. And for all who have already been doing it for some time, thank you so much for your love and support. I'll see you again probably tomorrow with another video. Till then, take care of yourselves, and thank you so much for your love and support. Cheers.